Teachers spark a lifelong love of learning, help students uncover their passions, and dedicate their careers to helping every learner reach their full potential. Now, as champions of student success and vital leaders in our communities, educators leave a lasting impact on all of us. My math teacher left a lasting impact on me, but it wasn't in my brain, it was on my butt. So, this Teacher Appreciation Week, May 5th through the 9th, and on National Teacher Appreciation Day, May 6th, I see you, Becky. The National Education Association is going beyond gratitude, taking action to stand with and support teachers across the country. Today, I had Becky Pringle, president of the NEA, and she joined us to share more. Good morning, Becky. How are you?
I am good, James. How are you?
I'm good. Becky, I'm serious. I'm old enough to remember when I got in trouble, it was like, come here. And boom. I remember that.
James, those are from times gone by.
Yes, you are.
Um,
That was
but
actually that was actually in military school. I went to 2 years of military school my sophomore and junior year. And anytime yeah, yes, I knew. So let's get started with this. How does National Teacher Appreciation Week take on a different meaning this year?
you know, James, I taught eighth graders the wonders of science for 31 years. And I can tell you, I always love this time of year. The kids would come in with smiles on their faces and they had these little gifts, or, whether they were real apples or ceramic apples. Oh, James, the jewelry. Just they were so excited to show their appreciation. But this year, as I travel all over this country, including right there in Missouri, that educators are saying what we need is appreciation through action. That's what we need. We need folks to stand up right now and demand that our public schools have the resources and funding so that our teachers can do the jobs they love. So that's what appreciation is looking like for teachers across this country this year, 2025.
So, you're absolutely right. I see that even here in St. Louis. So, how can students, parents, and caregivers get involved to say thank you to the educators in their lives?
So they can still give us the mugs, the ones that say, I heart my teacher. Give us the mugs, but put a little handwritten note inside the mug, a note that says, we care about you. So we already called our member of Congress and said, do not cut funding for our students with disabilities. Put a note in there that says we support you. So we're going to email our senators and say, do not cut funding for those students who come from families with low incomes. Put that note in there that says, we know that you and your students need our help to fight against taking money from public schools and putting them into private voucher systems, or from crowding our classes, so that our class sizes are so big, we can't meet the individual needs of our students. So for us, that's what appreciation through action looks like, that you're joining us, demanding that our students get what they need when they need it so we can do the jobs we love.
Now, what is the best way we can continue to support our students in the coming months?
I can hardly believe, James, that it's the end of this school year, but we don't have, I know it's May. We don't
Yeah.
have much longer with our students. So it's really important that we think about having those resources for summer school. That's a period of time where we want our students to keep learning and being active. So whether they're involved in arts or music or sports, whether it's a math camp or a science club, we need resources so our students can continue to engage with each other, and they can continue to learn and be prepared for that next school year. And we want folks to join us throughout the summer, making sure that when we start that next year, that our students, our schools, our teachers have the resources to meet those individual needs of our students so that when we say every, we actually mean every student. That's what appreciation looks like this year, James, and we want everyone to join us in saying thank you to our teachers.
You know, Becky, it's interesting because this morning I had coffee at Starbucks, as I do every morning, and I saw a couple of students that I knew come in from the college, and they had somebody older with them. I said, "Oh, you got your parents here?" They go, "Yeah." "Oh, what's going on? You graduate?" "No, I don't graduate, but today's the last day of school." I thought that was interesting. May 6th, last day of school for some college students. Wow. So, Becky,
Right.
what does the latest estimates and rankings report tell us?
So, we do the NEA does an estimates and ranking report every year, and we do it so that we can keep track of the pace of salaries throughout the country, not just for our teachers, but also for our education support professionals and for our faculty and staff in colleges and universities. And what we found is, unfortunately, salaries have not kept pace with inflation.
No.
That necessarily means that we're still struggling to do something about the educator shortage in this country, to attract those students into the profession of education and then keep them in education. So we're not going in the right direction to make sure that we have caring, qualified educators in every single classroom. So we have work to do.
And a lot of work to do. You're absolutely right about these salaries. That is really amazing. Now, where can our viewers go for more information?
They can go to nea.org/TAW, where they will find exciting and interesting, different, new, fun ways that they can thank their teacher this year. All of them focus on taking action so that our teachers see that support so their students can get what they need.
You know what I'm going to do is every morning I have coffee at Starbucks, and a lot of teachers come through before they head to class. I think that this week my support is to buy them a cup of coffee as they head to their class all the rest of this week. And Becky, you're going to hold me accountable for this because I'm going to make sure this happens. Okay?
I am, James. You said that live. I heard you. You said it into the microphone.
Yes, I did. We're going to be accountable. I've been speaking with Becky Pringle, president of the NEA. Thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. You're absolutely right. We don't appreciate our teachers as much as we should. Their salaries need to increase. They have not kept up with inflation. And I'm really not happy what's happening with public broadcasting system. I'm not happy with that.
Mm,
So, Becky, thank
mm.
you again for joining us on Morning Blend. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
You too. And hold me accountable.
I will.
Okay.